Imagine it's the 4th of July. Fireworks crackle in the distance. Families gather on lawns with barbecue grills and picnic blankets. It's a day for red, white, and blue. A day for celebration. Now imagine your boyfriend, someone you've been dating for 6 months, asks you to skip all of it, to stay home, alone. That's the spark that lit this story. And trust me, it burns hotter than any firework in the sky. Welcome back to AITA Stories. Today's tale is about independence, obligation, and the moment when boundaries become battlefields. Let's dive in. Our storyteller is a 29-year-old woman who's been dating her 30-year-old boyfriend for half a year. They're still in that early glowing phase. The kind where inside jokes are fresh, and every text still brings a smile. But now, it's July. The air is sticky with summer heat and expectations. Her boyfriend, let's call him Mark, has to work on the 4th of July. He's a doctor in residency. Long hours, demanding shifts, you know the type. She gets it. She respects his work. She supports him, and she's proud of him. But here's the twist. Since Mark will be stuck in the hospital all day, he asks her not to go to her friend's barbecue, not to go to the beach, not to see fireworks, not to do anything, really. He wants her to stay home, alone, doing nothing, so they'll both be missing out together. Let that sink in. He's not asking her to spend the day with him. He's not available. He just doesn't want her to enjoy it, because he can't. She's confused. Is this a sweet request, or a selfish one? So she tells him the truth. She plans to go to her best friend's house. There's a BBQ, a pool, and she's been looking forward to it. She even offers to call him on her way home, to talk, to stay connected. But that's not enough for Mark. He's hurt. He tells her it's not fair, that if he has to miss out, she should too. That's when things get messy. Let's zoom out. What exactly is being asked here? Is this about empathy or control? See, in healthy relationships, sacrifice goes both ways. But here, Mark isn't asking for emotional support. He's asking for shared misery, and that's not love, that's guilt. Now, let's be fair. Let's imagine Mark's perspective. Maybe he feels left out. Maybe he's dreading being stuck under fluorescent lights while everyone else is having fun. Maybe he's scared of being forgotten, of feeling replaced. Those feelings, they're real. They're valid. But how he handles them, that's the issue. Instead of asking for connection, he asks for confinement. And instead of offering trust, he demands absence. That's not how you build a relationship. That's how you chip away at one. Back to our storyteller. She stands her ground. She tells him, I can love you and still enjoy my life. She doesn't say it in those words, but that's the heart of it. And what does Mark do? He sulks. He tells her she's not being a supportive partner. Supportive. The word hits like a loaded weapon. Is being supportive about always sacrificing? Or is it about uplifting each other, even when paths temporarily diverge? Mark seems to believe that love means sinking together, but she believes love should mean keeping each other afloat. And that, right there, is the tension. Later that night, she goes to the BBQ. She laughs. She swims. She eats ribs off the bone and watches fireworks explode like dreams in the sky. And when she gets home, she calls him. She tells him about her day. She asks about his. But something's changed. He's cold, distant. There's a wall now, not made of stone, but of disappointment. He tells her again, I just wish you'd stayed in, for me. And that's when she begins to wonder, Is this a one-time thing? Or the beginning of a pattern? Let's pause here. This story might seem small. A holiday, a party, a disagreement. But it's about something much bigger. The unspoken rules we make in relationships. Who gets to decide what support looks like? And when do requests cross the line from emotional to manipulative? It's not always easy to tell. But here's one clue. If you feel like you have to shrink your joy to make someone else comfortable, you're not in love. You're in submission. And joy should never be a bargaining chip. Let's dig deeper. Because this moment reveals 3 powerful lessons. Lesson 1. Your happiness is not a betrayal. You're allowed to feel good, even when someone you love is struggling. That's not selfish. That's human. Lesson 2. Emotional maturity means holding space for both people. If Mark had said, "Hey, I'm sad I'm missing out. Can we FaceTime later so I feel included?" That would have been different. That would have been connection. But he didn't say that. He said, "Stay home. Be miserable too." Lesson 3. Boundaries are built in the small moments. Not every conflict is a deal breaker, but every conflict is a mirror. What do you see? What do you ignore? Because how someone reacts to your joy tells you everything about how they'll treat your light. So, what happened next? The post ends with her asking the internet, "AITA for still going to the BBQ?" And the response? An overwhelming wave of NTA, not the a-hole. Commenters shared their own stories of partners who weaponized guilt, of moments when they shrunk themselves, and others, they celebrated her decision because she chose herself, because she refused to dim her life for someone else's comfort. Let me tell you something. From one human heart to another, love is not about synchronized suffering. It's about emotional resilience. Your partner's pain is real, but your joy isn't a crime. You can hold space for both. You can light your own firework, even when someone else is stuck in the dark. And maybe, just maybe, that's the kind of brightness they need. Now let me ask you, have you ever been asked to dim your light for someone else? Do you think choosing happiness in moments like these is selfish or strong? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this isn't just her story. It's a mirror for all of us. And before you go, here's my take. Personally, I think Mark's request came from pain, not power. But pain doesn't justify controlling behavior. I believe the OP did the right thing. She showed love. She offered connection. She respected herself. And that, my friends, is the kind of relationship we should all strive for. This has been AITA Stories, where your voice matters, and every post is a portal to something deeper. See you next time. Until then, don't apologize for choosing joy.